clean that is born of a woman.
And that's what we're focusing on. We're focusing on the process of being cleaned up. Because that's what baptism is supposed to be about. Even when I got dunked in the water, I don't care if I went in water and I came out. I was supposed to send me on a road of cleaning myself up. It's about cleaning up your mind more than it is your body.
In his sight.
He said, the Most High said, the moon, even the stars ain't pure in the eyes of the Father. We do this viewpoint. That's like you take a wormhole and put water in it. You can wash a worm. That worm does what though?
Right back
in the dirt. If I'm trying to find, that's my safety.
The dirt.
The dirt is my safety. The deeper I go, I'm safer. I'm trying to get under tree limbs, whatever. I'm trying to get as deep in the earth as I can because that's my safety. And we do the same thing in the spirit. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get as deep in this world as I can because this is where I feel safe. So that's what we're looking at. If that cleaning process is, the cleaning process is me not coming to the Father and at the point that I'm with the Most High and I feel safe. Now I'm clean. Wow. Now I'm working to clean myself up. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
We're going to keep going. That was the end of 6, right? God. Give me Job chapter 17 and verse 9. And you read John, St. John chapter 14 and verse 6.
Job chapter 17 and verse 9. Mm-hmm. The righteous also shall hold on his way.
Read it again.
Job chapter 17 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
The righteous also shall hold on his way.
Meaning hold on to the method, hold on to Christ's method. But when you hold on to something, that's where you feel safe. So as a righteous man, that's what I'm working towards. I'm working towards the point that when I hold on to these methods, I'm safe. Because this is what I believe in. This is what I trust. I'm not going back to the dirt because the dirt is what I trust. I'm going to hold on to these methods because this is what I trust. But that's how you know you're going down that path of righteousness. Read it again.
Job chapter 17 and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
The righteous also shall hold on his way.
Go ahead.
And he that hath clean hands.
He that hath what?
He that hath clean hands.
But these scriptures was cleaning up me. It's cleaning up my hands. It's cleaning up the things I get involved in, the things I use, the things I hold on to. He that hath clean hands will do what?
Shall be stronger and stronger.
That's my strength is based on the changes that I make and the person I become and what I hold on to. That was the end of it, right?
Okay.
Give me the next one. Give me St. John 14 and 6. Because we're just building on this point that this was always about the methods that I trust. The methods that I know coming from the world is what's kept me defiled. This is what's defiling them. This is what keeps us defiled. My cleaning process and the thing the Most High wants is for me to be cleaned up. But my cleaning process is based on the things that the changes that I make in the things that I do, the people I'm around. I got to get to the point that my righteousness is based off the fact that I believe in the fact that if I use this, if I hold on to what this says to me, what the scriptures tell me, if I hold on to this, this is what's keeping me clean. But the more I hold on to it and I trust what this is saying, now I'm getting stronger and stronger. So if I keep going back to what I know in the world, all I'm doing is getting weaker. Every time I use a method I know from the world, all it did was weaken me. And you feel it. Like, damn, I don't know how I got back here.
God.
I don't know how I keep getting to this point, and then I fall after this point. I struggle after this point. It's about us staying strong. Read on.
St. John chapter 14 and verse 6.
Read.
Yahushua said unto him, I am the way,
Go ahead.
the truth, and the life.
Read on.
No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
So we understand our method to the Father, to make it out of this hell we're in, to make it into the kingdom, we got to use the Most High Christ's methods. But all those, I'm sorry, brother, are found here. I got to learn this, learn the wisdom of this book, so that I can make it to the Father. I can make it out of the condition that I'm in. Because in the condition that I'm in, the only thing that I truly know is weakness. I know how to be weak. I know how to quit. I know how to give up. That's what we're good at coming from the world. I don't know what true strength is. Because strength is based off following. But I don't know how to follow this book because I haven't allowed someone to teach it to me. You understand? Read that again. Then from there go to
St. John chapter 14 and verse 6. Yahushua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Read on. Is that it? That was it. That was it. So we don't understand the point. If our desire is to get to the kingdom, then the only you're gonna get there is using the Bible. But I have to get to the point where I trust the wisdom and understanding of the Bible. I'll turn to that. I'll turn to the Bible before I turn to the things that I know or the things that I've learned from the world. So you start asking yourself, when you do things, you made a decision. You got to ask yourself, where did I get that from? Where did I get that from? I made a choice. Where is it coming from? Is this choice coming from who I was in the world? Because this is the way I do things? Or did this come from the fact that I read something? Or I was using the Most High's understanding? Everything that I've done in my life is based on the fact of where I came from. My environment, right? We always say our kids, your kid is going to be, your child is going to be a product of the environment that they're around, right? Meaning they are influenced by the people in that circle. So if that's the truth, then you are no different. Your whole makeup is based off of the people that was in your circle. So when they was weak, guess where you got weakness from? When they didn't believe, guess where you got it from? When they didn't make good decisions, guess where you got it from? When they quit, guess where you got it from? Everything you do, in the world, the people you're around, that's where you got that from. You have yet to learn the Heavenly Father. You have yet to learn the Bible, so I know how to counteract the things I've learned. How to stand strong instead of quit. I'm only a quitter because I've been around quitters. And it's easy for me to walk away. And we all know people like that. You think, wow, it could be a man or woman that had a child. And if it's a single mother raising a child, the question she's asking herself is, I thought he was better. How could you even ask the person, how could you walk away from your child? And what's the answer? I don't know. You don't understand. You're right, I don't. I don't understand. You know why I don't understand? Because I don't know your people. I don't know what influence you've been around. What you're trying to fight to clean up is the cycle. You're trying to break the cycle that you've been around. You got to fight to be a different person in the spirit. My whole mind frame and thinking has to be different. or I'm just going to destroy my life like they did. I'm going to destroy someone else's life like mine was destroyed. If you don't like your condition, why would I stay in it and allow my children or my woman or whoever's around me to now suffer from the same thing that I didn't like? This is about changing who you are. But it starts by learning. I got to learn how to gain favor with the Father. Let me learn to live righteous. Give me the next scripture.
Psalms chapter 51 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
It says, wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity.
Read it again.
Psalms chapter 51 and verse 2.
Read one.
Verse 1. It says, have mercy upon me, O Yahweh,
Read on.
according to thy loving kindness.
That's what we're asking on. This cleaning process, listen, knowing where we at, knowing that we was worms and all we've been doing is wallowing in mud and dirt. We've been around all this filth and all these weak influences. The one thing we're asking the Most High, we're asking Yahweh Shai, is to do what?
Have mercy upon me.
Read.
According to thy loving kindness.
Go ahead.
According unto the multitude of thy tender mercy.
Read on.
Blot out my transgression.
You don't look. Listen. Blot this out. Wipe this off.
It never happened.
Right, because I don't want to be remembered like this. Don't hold this against me.
Right.
But for me not to have the Most High hold my transgressions against me, I got to do what? I got to allow myself to be cleaned up. If I want him to wipe it off, wipe this off so this is not remembered, then don't go back and do the same thing to put it back there.
Right.
That makes sense? Read it again.
Psalms chapter 51 and verse 1. Have mercy upon me, O Yahweh,
Read.
according to thy loving kindness, according unto the multitude of thy tender mercy.
Read on.
Blot out my transgression.
Blot out my what?
Blot out my transgression.
Go ahead.
Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity.
That's how they start. Listen, if you ask the Most High to see you in a different light, then you got to become a different person. I can't ask the Most High to forgive me, but then I'm still doing the same thing. What was the purpose of the forgiveness then? You see what I'm saying? I want the Most High to see me as this righteous brother or this righteous sister. Then I have to become that. I have to make that my focus. I'm going to do the things that bring about righteousness, or I'm going to learn what's righteous in his eyes and fight to become that image of righteousness for him. Read.
Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity.
Go ahead.
And cleanse me from my sin.
Read.
For I acknowledged my transgression.
I know where I'm weak. I have to go back and look at where I come from so I can start acknowledging these things as one thing. Sicknesses, weaknesses, sin. This is where I come from. So if my weakness is quitting, I got to acknowledge that. If my weakness is trying to escape to something else to fix my problems, I got to acknowledge that. If I'm weak to my woman, I got to acknowledge that. If I'm a woman that's just controlled by my lust, I got to acknowledge it. I got to realize this is my sickness. This is the thing that makes me defiled in the eyes of the Father. This has to be cleaned up. You understand?
Come on.
Read on. And my sin is ever before me. You can't hide from the Father. He already know what your weaknesses. He know you. You keep trying to justify the fact that there's weaknesses in you and not attacking it. When do I want to be looked at as something different, something better? The world has torn me down and made me the way I am. Right? So if I know that, then who has the power to rebuild myself up? You do. You have all power. You get to reinvent yourself to be something better than what you was labeled out there. But I promise you, it ain't gonna come just because you grew your hair out or you grew your beard out. You know what I'm saying? Or you put some fringes on. Or you covered your head and put a dress on. Because you can have, that headdress can be tight as you want. The dirty person is still under it. You can hide behind that long hair and beard and fringes all you want. That filthy person, that's what the Most High sees. That's the one person that can't hide. You can't hide who you were. You change who you were. You fight to be better in his eyes. This is a lifelong process. You know what I'm saying? You have to fight though. You have to want to be better. So every time I get mad about change, who you getting mad at? Know yourself. Every time you get mad, you push away from the arena where I'm supposed to go and change. Like people was talking in the class. They hear the class, they get mad, they get pissed off, they don't come to class. You don't have to come to class, but we're still at the same place. You still ain't changing. Then you got to start asking yourself, what are you afraid of? What don't you trust? What makes being this way so good? Where has it gotten you? And if me quitting ain't got me nowhere, then that don't work. Me running to my little comforts and hiding don't work, man. It doesn't work. It's not getting you anywhere. Remember, you're here to clean yourself up. But the first steps to being clean is wanting to be better. I want to be great. I want to be respected. Hell, don't worry about, I don't even care about being someone else respecting me. You got to look in the mirror every day, right? You got to respect yourself. I enjoy looking at the person that I am becoming. You know what I'm saying? But you have to enjoy the righteousness. I got to enjoy becoming the person that the Most High intended me to be. Because we can get in the mirror for all kinds of reasons. I put on makeup. What you covering up? You know what I'm saying? I always tell my daughter that, man. I'll be hitting them. I was like, she said, I want to wear makeup. I said, why? Makeup is for trying to cover blemishes. You don't have no blemishes yet. But I'm trying to figure out, what are you trying to cover up?
Right.
Unless somebody told you you was ugly. You see what I'm saying? If I was told that, now everything I'm doing is based off of what somebody put in my head.
It's a lie.
But I live by that now. I let that be my weakness. Everything that's been planted in my head is now my weakness. That's why I'm in this book. I'm cleaning up the lies. Give me St. John 17:17. St. John chapter 17, verse 17. Read that.
St. John chapter 17, verse 17.
And then we're going back to Psalms 51 and verse 2.
St. John chapter 17 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Sanctify them through thy truth.
So I gotta listen. So the way you clean a person up, number one, is by starting off the fact that you start telling them the truth. I'm going to teach you the truth. Before I'm going to let the world mold your thinking, before I'm going to let a liar mold the way you look at yourself, I'm going to teach you the truth about who you are and what you're capable of and what's in you. Let me show you who you really are, as opposed to the person that the world created. It says, sanctify them how?
Sanctify them through thy truth.
Go ahead.
Thy word is truth.
What's the truth?
Thy word is truth.
What I was taught in school was the truth.
Thy word is truth.
What my mother said was the truth.
Thy word is truth.
What I was told by in church, that's the truth.
Thy word is truth.
What my last relationship, what they thought about me was the truth.
Thy word is
He
truth.
said, this Bible is the truth. But do I trust it? Do I hold on to what these words say? Do I hold them tighter in my mind? Do I hold what this says? Or am I more focused on what I was told in the world? Which one's the truth? You got to decide. We know, like I said, the only way you're going to become that righteous man or woman or rebuild yourself up, you got to look at these words like they're the truth. This is real. The rest of that shit I was told was lies. I'm not weak, but you told me that. I'm not good for nothing, but you told me that. I was never going to do anything in my life, but you told me that. If I was told I wasn't pretty enough, if I was told I wasn't tall enough, whatever I was told, I don't have the right hair texture. Whatever the hell you try to get me to believe, those are lies. But I don't have nothing to hold on to. I don't have a truth to hold on to. You know what my truth is? I'm going to get around people that kind of think like I think. So if we think the same and we like the same things or we respect the same things, now that must be the truth. Only sad thing is when you get around that group, it's something they don't like. Here we go again.
Yeah, it's always something that separates you.
Yeah, here we go again. There's something about this group. They like this, they don't like this. Okay, I'm going to keep searching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for where I fit. But I've always fit. All I have to do is become this righteous man or woman of the Bible, and I would have fit with the Father.
All day.
And the sad thing is, this is where the whole world, everybody in the world is trying to fit here. They trying to be accepted by the Father. This is the person they pray to every day. And you have the keys that he gave you to now be accepted of him. That's why we're operating and learning the word. I'm learning the Bible because I understand where if all the things out there that I was told was a lie, what I read and hear, this is the truth. This was going to clean me up. Because somebody finally told me the truth here and not all the lies that I was taught out there. Now, go back to, was it Psalms? I'm sorry. Psalms 51, verse 2 now.
Psalms chapter 51 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
It says, wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity.
From mine what?
From mine iniquity.
So if all the lies I was taught, and these are from what I was taught, I've done the things I've done because of what I've learned. The washing process to clean up my iniquity is I have to change my way of thinking. He said, wash me, what?
It says, wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity.
Go ahead.
And cleanse me from my sin.
I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. Look up iniquity.
Yeah, kind of.
Look up the word iniquity. Because you know, if I don't get this, If I don't get this, it's going to sound like just church, sin. But you got to look up the word iniquity. You ever got iPhones? You got one?
Iniquity.
What does it say?
Injustice.
Huh?
Injustice. Unrighteousness. A deviation from rectitude, as the iniquity of war.
Uh-huh.
Want of rectitude in principle, as a malicious prosecution originating in the iniquity of the author. Sorry, it's all bad.
What does the first one say?
It says unrighteousness, injustice.
So stop. He said, wash me from my iniquity, right? If iniquity was unrighteousness, then what's righteousness? Being right with the Father, right?
Okay.
So if I never learned the Father, I've never learned to be right with Him. So what David was saying was everything that I've done, that when I didn't have the Father, all I was doing was what wasn't right. That was my iniquity. But we can understand it now because we live in it. We don't have a clue how to please the Father. So in not knowing how to please the Father, all we end up doing is living in iniquity. These are our opinions. These were our choices. These were things that we've done, and all I've had to do is justify every iniquity. Everything I've done wrong, I've justified it. And what I use to justify it, there's other people in the world in my condition. So because they're going through what I'm going through, I got a support group. You know what I'm saying? I keep developing my support group. I put people around me that understand what I'm going through. They keep justifying that weakness. You know the crazy thing is? The sad thing is it doesn't go away. That's still there. You keep making the same mistake after the same mistake after the same mistake because you don't change it. I won't learn how to do something right. I've got an example. As you look at this, you look at a woman that had 4 kids by 4 different fathers. You would think after the first kid, wouldn't you think she made, I'm not going to make that mistake? Why did she make the mistake again? Why did she make the mistake on the second child? Right. You know what I'm saying? What I've learned not to do, I learned not to pick that type of man. You know what I'm saying? But no one ever showed me the right type of man to pick, so I don't have that problem. But on the flip, even if it's a man and I got 4 different kids from 4 different women, what's different? What happened on that second child or that third child? You did the exact same thing that you've been doing. You just did it with a different person. You made the same mistakes with this person or with this new person that you did with the last one. But you chose this new person based on the exact things that you were feeling. This is what I know. So I'm choosing them I'm choosing this woman from the arena that I normally choose women from. Right? I choose this man from the arena that I normally choose men from. If I'm choosing them from the same arena, what would make them different? Nothing. You know what's not going to be different? The outcome don't be different. You have to learn to do things the right way so that you can have a different outcome.
That's insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting different results.
Exactly. But if I sat and let someone teach me how to do things properly, if I learn the right way of doing it, then I'm guaranteed to have a better result. Difference. Now, this thing is different. I got a different woman because somebody showed me how to build, how to choose and build this right woman.
Okay.
I got as a woman, I got a stable, loving man, because I had someone show me who to choose and then how he's supposed to be built. I know she can't build him, but I got him in class, allowing him to be built up.
Okay.
So he has values. For some reason, that's not what we use coming from the world, and we use the world's methods of trying to be successful when they haven't been successful. There's not a person out there in the world that succeeded using these methods. The methods that you've learned, who has succeeded doing them? Nobody. They don't work.
Didn't work with the Father.
The only person that succeeds is the one that changed. He didn't do it that way. He did it differently. You have to change. That's why this is about cleaning yourself up. I got to clean up all of this and learn a new way of doing things. Read on.
Psalms chapter 51, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me.
Go ahead.
Against thee, and thee only, have I sinned,
Read on.
and done this evil in thy sight,
Go ahead.
that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest.
So we look at one thing, is the Most High's judgment just?
Okay.
You know why? Because you did it.
Okay.
Because this is who you are. So if Christ came back today, would the judgment be just?
Okay.
Because he came back and you're still doing the same thing that you were doing before. These are your actions that you didn't change. And you didn't change them because you never allowed that to be developed in you. You never let nobody show me how to change it. So when judgment day comes, however I'm judged, if I'm still that same person, then the judgment is just, because everything I did it out of my choices instead of learning to make better choices. Read on till we got.
Psalms chapter 51 and verse 5. It says, Behold, I was shapen in iniquity.
I was shapen where?
I was shapen in iniquity.
This is where I was molded. I learned. My upbringing was sin. My upbringing has been unrighteousness. This is where I was created. This is where I was shaped.
Right. And we were defining iniquity earlier. And we know it's sin. It also has the quality of being unfair or evil.
So I was always unfair with the Father. And everything I was doing was evil. It was wickedness. Read.
It says a wicked act or a thing and a gross injustice.
So this is what I was doing against the Father. But I only did that because I didn't know everything we've been doing wrong is because of the lack of understanding. And I'm fighting to hold on and stay there in the place that I was shaped. This person I became, I was shaped. I was shaping. It was molded here. It would be like you see a young woman, you say, man, she fast. Why she fast?
Because that's the environment she
That
grew
was
up
the
in.
environment she grew up in. That's what she was shaping. This dude don't listen. Why don't he listen? Because that's where he was molded.
Okay.
This is where I come from. This dude's full of doubt. Why you don't believe? I was never molded to believe. I was molded that way.
Okay.
Y'all understand?
Come on.
Read on.
It says, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me.
What? Where?
In sin did my mother conceive me.
The reason why I'm going over this like this, because I'm showing you, if you don't change, you know the best thing we give for our kids? We've been trying to create, we're trying to mold them in righteousness.
Right.
So we're trying to create an environment where they learn righteousness.
Right.
So I have to keep working on myself so that I mold this environment of righteousness.
To give them a better example.
That's it. Read on.
Verse 6, behold, thou desirest truth in the inward part.
Go ahead.
And in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom.
He said, in my mind, I'm learning wisdom. In who I am, I'm getting to see this ain't the way. This following these scriptures and seeing that growth, now I'm seeing this is the way. This way really works. This way is making me better. Following this is making me stronger. Read on.
Purge me with hyssop.
He said, but the hyssop is a bitter root. So that cleaning agent that's going to clean you up,
It's going to be.
it's got to be something strong.
God.
I got to keep dragging you. Nope. I'm dragging you over here. I'm putting fire on you. If that innocent, then that hyssop is going to make you sick.
You're going to get sick of the hyssop. You're going to get sick of the hyssop.
Yes.
Because that's necessary to make you clean.
Yeah, that's the source that was used to clean.
Yeah. So once you get sick of the hyssop, you might actually stop getting dirty.
No. It's even better. You know what it is like? It's like medicine.
Yeah.
It's the type of, it's a medicine, it's herbs that's needed to really clean out. It's like, you know what? A person doing a colon cleanse.
Yeah.
You had years of just, you've been defiling your body. You've gotten bigger and bigger because it's just toxins. You don't know how deep the filth goes, right? So they start doing they do a full body cleanse on you.
Okay.
But in that cleanse, I'm cleaning the liver out. But if you have to stop and look at it, what's coming out of this body that I was putting it in, but it's become this defiled because of the way I was shaping, the way I ate, right? Cool. I was raised eating this way. So this was normal to me. So I need something strong to shake me up and get me out of the way I was thinking, the things I held on to. But what I keep doing is I keep trying to run from what's being used to clean me up. You understand?
God.
That's what I keep doing. Now people's good for that. When the medicine ain't good, just listen. We even on our kids. Try to get your kid to take some medicine that's nasty.
That's why they got grape flavored cough syrup.
Try to get your kid to take that medicine that is defiled, nasty. That's not happening. You're gonna have a fight on your hands. But in the spirit, it's the exact same thing. We keep trying to run from the Father because I don't want to take what He's using to clean me up.
Wow.
But out of all my fighting, I'm the one that's sick, so I'm not getting any better. So I have to ask myself, do I just want to stay sick? Or do I want to start doing that thing that Jefferson's? Or do I want to start doing the thing that cleans me up? That's what I got to start asking myself. How bad do I want to be clean? Because if I want to be clean, this is what's going to be required. This is what's going to be required of me to get to that point of cleaning myself up.
Okay.
What is this?
Someone asked a question online, do we need to be baptized over?
Wow. We ain't even got to
Almost there.
Maybe we just show them the baptism first, man. You know, because obviously they have a thought and an idea
Right.
of what baptism is.
Right.
Right?
Preconceived.
But
notion.
what we're still getting to, and I don't want. We going to 10. I'm sorry.
You didn't hit it yet?
No, it's like, man, it's we gonna go. Listen, that was my cue. Thank you, whoever's online. That was the cue. Go into the class, man. Like, you're talking too much. Just go to the class. We already cut. For instance, we gonna go to that point of showing about baptism. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 51 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
It says, "Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow."
So it's showing you this is about that process of cleansing, and that's what we gonna go into the baptism, because this whole concept is based on what I was taught. Where I was shaping that is where it's molded the person that I am. So I need a strong environment to pull and change who I am. So every day I'm running from that fire, I'm running from this environment that makes me better, that's cleaning me up. From there, give me Isaiah chapter 64 and read verse 6. Isaiah chapter 64, verse 6 and 7 is what I want. All right?
Isaiah chapter 64 and verse 6.
And then somebody give me Romans chapter 3 and verse 10. All right?
Isaiah chapter 64 and verse 6 and 7.
Read that.
"But we are all as an unclean thing."
Read it again.
"But we are all as an unclean thing,
Go
and
ahead.
all our righteousnesses are as filthy rags."
Because if you haven't been taught and if nobody's really cleaned you up or molded you in righteousness, then what you think is righteous, the scriptures say it's uncleanness. This is a process that we continue doing, cleaning ourselves up, working our minds so that we clean ourselves up, so that as I'm presented to the Father, I'm in favor with Him. I'm something that He wants because I clean myself up. Read on.
It says, "And we all do fade as a leaf."
What verse you at?
Verse 6 still.
Go ahead.
"And our iniquities, like the wind,
Read.
have taken us away."
They've done what?
They have taken us away.
So what's taking you away from the Father?
Those iniquities.
The fact that you filthy. The fact that how you grew and the person that you've become has taken you away from the Father. I'm supposed to be molding and cleaning myself up so that I come back to the Father. Read on.
Verse 7. "And there is none that calleth upon thy name,
Go ahead.
that stirreth up himself to take hold of thee."
Read it again.
Isaiah chapter 64 and verse 7. "And there is none that calleth upon thy name,
Go ahead.
that stirreth up himself."
That does what?
That stirreth up himself.
You can't fix yourself. You can't build yourself. You have to be built, but you can't build yourself.
And you can't purge yourself either.
At all, exactly. There's no way that you can clean yourself up.
It's like you said earlier, brothers run from the purging.
Yes.
Right?
God.
You can't run from this. You can't run. And this is the thing that brothers don't realize. The purging process,
Right.
it's not a pleasant process.
God.
Right?
It's
it
not.
ain't going to be pleasant.
That's the hyssop.
The dirtier you are, the more unpleasant it's going to be.
Listen, that's why you got to try some hyssop.
Oh, come on. We know what that is.
No, listen, listen, is it clean? Listen, it's that strong. But why would David say that? That purging process was not supposed to be easy. Yeah. But you can run from it. But like I said, wherever your sickness is, you only destroying yourself even the more. Because the sickness ain't gonna go away. You can't get rid of your own sickness. Read on.
"For thou hast hid thy face from us,
Read it.
For
Hold
thou
on,
hast
did what?
hid, for thou hast hid thy face from us.
That's what we keep doing. I'm running from that cleaning process. I'm not clean, but when somebody's trying to clean me up, I'm gonna hide my face from the ones that's supposed to be cleaning me up.
God.
Read on.
And has consumed us because our iniquities.
Wow. We end up being destroyed because of that. Our sin that we don't want to get rid of, these little imperfections, these little weaknesses, I don't want to get rid of them. So the more I have them, all I'm doing is setting myself up to be destroyed.
God.
That's all this is. So as we going into the point of baptism, because that's what we need to get to. Because even in the meat of it, that was Isaiah.
Isaiah 64, 67.
All right, let's go on. Let's keep it going. Right? Give me Romans.
Romans chapter 3, verse 10.
Another brother, give me Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 26. All right? I'll be on. And then Lakurah. Get Isaiah, no, Psalms chapter 119. Okay? 119 verse 9 through 12. All right? Give me those scriptures. Y'all call them out real fast.
Come, Romans chapter 3, verse 10.
And I know I'm rushing a little bit. If I don't get to the whole point, don't worry, brothers will get down. They'll read the class out again. I'll probably be back this week again anyway, so we'll be good. Keep going. Read it.
Come, as it is written, there is none righteous. No, not one.
Go ahead.
There is none that understandeth. There is none that seeketh after.
There is none that does what?
Understanding.
So if our lack of righteousness is based on my lack of understanding, where I haven't been growing, that's why my righteousness is not there, because of my lack of understanding. Read on.
God, there is none that seeketh after the Most High.
There is none that do what?
Seeketh after the Most High.
But my focus is trying to please me. I have to seek to win the Father's favor. That's what makes me righteous. But that's the road that I go down to work to start to clean myself up. Read.
God, verse 12. They are all gone out of the way.
Read.
They are together become unprofitable.
They all together become what?
Become unprofitable.
I have become unprofitable. Read on.
There is none that doeth good. No, not one.
So if my lack of understanding, and like we said, from where we come from, there was a righteousness being taught to us. So because of my lack of understanding, this is the person I've become. So I need to have somebody develop my understanding so that my righteousness and my favor in the eyes of the Father can grow. You understand?
Come.
Read on.
Come. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Verse 13. Their throat is an open sepulcher.
My throat is a what?
Open sepulcher.
Ready to receive everything. Mouth wide open. That's all we're doing. My mind is wide open to receive every foolish, wicked thing out there. That's what I've become. My focus is not on cleaning myself up so that I can be found in favor of the Father. My mind is open to every all foolishness out there. I was gonna be Egypt. I was about to join Egyptology. So I found Islam. Then I found these brothers that's teaching all this foolishness, man. You know, camp jumping over here. I'm gonna jump to this camp. I'm gonna jump these brothers. They wear more fringes than they do. I'm gonna jump over here because you know what? These brothers don't work on the Sabbath day. Man, half these things ain't got nothing to do with the wickedness you come from and what needs to be cleaned up in you. But these are good tactics to avoid that cleaning process.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna go to GOCC. I just like those symbols. I'm gonna go to IUIC because man, I love me some purple and gold. Purple's my favorite color anyway. I'm gonna go to ISBHPK, man, because you know what? We ain't no cowards. Ain't none of this got to do with none of the work on your spirit. And as I'm jumping, I still keep getting to the same point. Somebody still demands me to change, and every time I'm demanded to change, I jump. That's all I'm doing. That's why there ain't no righteousness. I won't stick there and allow myself to be cleaned up. Because somebody's still going to show me and tell me about the flaws in myself, regardless if I want to hear it or not. See, but I'm looking for somebody to talk a little softer. I'm looking for that person to kind of beat around the bush and, they'll joke with me and they'll kind of give it to me easy. You ain't going to find that. Because that's not the agent that the Most High used to purge. He said, I use something that's rough. That's all. I need something that's going to knock you on your butt. But it's going to be very effective. Because it will clean you up.
Can I just get one right with that?
Go ahead.
Somebody give me Psalms. Psalms 5 and 9.
Psalms chapter 5 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
It reads, "For there is no faithfulness."
Because there what?
For there is no faithfulness.
Because brothers be faithless as hell. That's why you want to do I don't want to be purged, so I'm going to run over here and think that it's going to be better.
Right.
I'm going to run over here and think that it's going to be better. I'm going to avoid the purging process because you're not faithful. Go ahead.
For there is no faithfulness in their mouth.
Go ahead.
Their inward part is very wickedness.
Why? Again, because you're avoiding that purge.
That's it.
That's why that wickedness is still in you. After all these years, you don't want to be cleansed. So your inward, that outward man he looks like he's glowing and shining. He'll show up smiling with the fake smile, but inwardly you wicked.
God.
Because you're not allowing yourself to be clean. That inward man is supposed to die daily, like the scriptures say.
Right.
But brothers don't allow that process to happen. They'll show up with the fake smile. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. Powerful ass salute. But that inward man is crumbling because of that wickedness. Read on.
Their throat is an open sepulcher.
Like the brother said, just receiving anything.
Yep.
Any old doctrine sways you. This brother's fringes is longer. This brother's beard is bigger. I'm going to go to this camp or that camp because they speak smoothly to me. Go ahead.
And they flatter with their tongue.
Yeah, when it comes time to work, brothers run.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for that person that's going to tell me the right.
Them smooth words.
I don't want to hear. I want somebody to flatter me, man.
Right.
If you ain't gonna flatter me, I'm going to the next person.
Right.
Who's gonna flatter?
Who's gonna flatter?
If I'm a beautiful woman, I want somebody to tell me I'm beautiful. I don't want somebody to tell me nonsense. The lifestyle you live, this is wicked. Hold on, do you know what you're looking at? Or if we flip to a brother, man. Man, you know how cool I was in the world? I'm sorry, I'm talking to the class. You got me, man. I'm talking about a cameraman. But listen to my point. I'm gonna get you. Okay. The point I'm trying to make is that's what we end up doing. If I'm a woman, I'm going off my beauty and I'm saying, you know what? I want you to flatter me because I look good. But you may look good to me, but to the Most High, you don't. So I can't flatter you. Or no different as a brother. Man, yeah, you might be the coolest brother when you was in the world. Yes, you was cool. And we can be cool. Mm-hmm. But when it gets to pleasing the Father, you're not going to make it. Because you haven't learned to win His favor. And that's what this truth is about.
And that's the thing. Perfect point. That sister that wants you to flatter her because she's beautiful. But what's your inward spirit? What's that inward man looking like? Mm-hmm. It's filled with wickedness, like the scriptures say. But let's finish that up. Hit that verse 10 for me.
Psalms chapter 5, verse 10.
Because this is the end of... This is what happens to this person. This is what happens to this person that's not faithful, faithless, wicked inside. Read.
Psalms chapter 5 and verse 10. Mm-hmm. Destroy thou them.
Do what?
Destroy thou them.
It's going to be destroyed. Everything you put your hand to, it's not going to prosper.
Yeah.
It said, destroy thou them. Read on.
Destroy thou them, O Yahweh.
Read.
Let them fall by their own counsel.
Because you know what this man does? This man runs and hides with himself and lets Satan work on his brain. And the scriptures say, woe to that man that is left alone. Right?
I was destroyed because I followed my counsel.
Right. I didn't let brothers work on me.
Right.
Purge whatever was in me out.
I keep trying to run to my own counsel.
There it is.
But that's what it's, and I like the point you're making. Everybody that's going through what they're going through, what's been destroying you, you followed that counsel. The scripture said a multitude of counsel, there's safety. There was probably 2 or 3 spirits there. When you was getting that counsel, that's about 2 or 3 spirits.
Right, but it wasn't that
righteous. Yeah, my mama was there, man. Auntie was there, yes. I went and got me some counsel on my homeboys, man. We sparked the joint up. We had to talk about this truth thing.
Yeah.
You're right,
my cousin and them.
I'm following counsel. But that's the counsel that's destroying me. Because that's the counsel, well, that was the people I was shaping in anyway. I went back to the world that I know. That weakness. That weak and relevant. I'm right there. Finish that. Finish it.
It says, cast them out in the multitude of their transgression.
Your own wickedness is going to correct thee.
Yep.
Thine own wickedness will correct thee. Read on.
For they have rebelled against thee.
You see that?
That's it.
That's it.
From there. Now go to Psalms chapter 119 and verse 9 now.
Psalms chapter 119.
This will go right what it said, because we're getting back to that point. You're only, the roads I'm going, this is the process about cleansing, cleaning my mind up, changing who I am. Read that.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 9.
Go ahead, and I'm going to say this too. This is my baptism class, but the class is like 3 pages long. So that's what I'm about to finish it. Because literally it's 3 pages long. It goes all into the dunking in the water, it goes into the fire, it explains the spirit, it explains all of it. It's that deep. But the question part told me up. I missed my time. Gotta come back on Wednesday and finish it. Read.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way?
He said, wherewithal does a young man do what?
Cleanse his way.
How does a young man clean up his way? Read.
By taking heed thereto according to thy word.
He said, by taking heed to the word. See, what we keep doing is, as we're taking a young man down his path, we keep hitting him with the word. But that's the way he's supposed to be cleaned up. You're not going to be cleaned up trying to use your ideas or your methods or your counsel. You're cleaned up because you listened to the word, to the scriptures, to what's being shown to you. Read on.
Verse 10. With my whole heart have I sought thee.
He said, with my whole mind I've sought thee. I've been searching for the Father. But the way I was cleaned up was in this book. The brothers opened this book up to me and started cleaning up my methods, my decisions, my counsel. Read on.
Oh, let me not wander from thy commandments.
Let me do what?
Let me not wander from thy commandments.
So what I'm doing? I'm going to put the book down and run to a corner. I'm going to go home. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to wander to my way, in my world. That's what David had to come back and say, let me not wander from thy commandments. Read.
Verse 11. Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee.
Wow, he said, I buried this word where?
In my heart.
I mean, it's supposed to be buried in your mind. I buried these scriptures in my mind so that I wouldn't sin. So in every situation that comes up, if a brother's putting fire on me, you know why he's putting fire? Because you won't hold on to these words. Didn't we just go over this in the scriptures? It's like saying, you get counsel. Did I? We just talked about this. Brother, we just went over this. Come on, we hear this again? We hear again? We hear again? Yes, because you won't bury this in your mind. This is not what you meditate on. But it's for a reason. When times get hard, this is what you fall back to. Y'all understand?
Come on.
That's what keeps us strong. But if I don't study, if I let this truth, if these words go in one ear and out the other,
Careful here.
when it's time for me to hold on to. When I need it, it's not there for me. So we start back over again. Going back over the same thing again because you don't retain it. Our strength is in retaining, holding on to it. All this is the process of cleaning us up. You understand? Read on.
Verse 12. Blessed art thou, O Lord. Teach me thy statutes.
Teach me what?
Thy statutes.
We've been talking about this the whole class then, right? He said, teach me your statutes. I'm failing because of my lack of understanding. But I'm not holding and retaining what I'm being taught. I keep letting this slide out of my mind. I won't hold on to it. I treat this like church. When I'm here, I get this good feeling. But I don't hold on to it. So now when I need it, when I'm out here in the world and I'm being attacked, and I need this, I don't have it because I didn't hold on to it. I didn't allow myself to develop in my understanding. I'm too busy fighting or angry or head tripping on who said it to me or what I have to battle. This is the condition of your battle. You know the first thing comes to my mind? What does this got to do? What does this have to do with pleasing the Most High? Nothing. It's for you. This don't have nothing to do with the Most High. This has to do with cleaning you up so that you gain favor with the Most High. So whatever the battlefield is, we on the street teaching. What does that got to do with the Most High? I can't tell you, huh? The Most High don't need the words. You needed this. You need this arena to clean you up. Now what does the word fringes got to do with pleasing the Most High? First, it's supposed to help you remember the law. Put them on because they help you remember who you are. But you got some people that trip on that. Why do I got to be in class every night? Because you can't retain the Bible. So because you have a problem retaining the Bible, let me keep telling you the same thing over and over and over till you finally start using it. It's all for you. It's all spiritual arenas to help you develop and grow. This is not about if this was pleasing him or not. Shit, you got to please him. You got to now learn to please. To do what, it's like women saying, what do I need a man for? Because you will never know how to serve a man if you don't get a man, right? The scripture says that a woman's supposed to submit to her husband. I am supposed to learn to submit. That's no different than saying, why would I need to be in a camp? Because you will never learn brotherhood. You can't unify by yourself. It doesn't. All these things are needed.
God.
They're needed for you to develop something in you. That's my answer to everything. I don't know why. It's just you need it. How is this pleasing the Most High? Because it's teaching you something you need to gain favor with the Most High. That's as deep as I can tell it to you.
Yeah, like how does selling oils, how is that spiritual? It's really not. But it's to show you that maybe you need to grow up a little bit.
Yeah, it's something in your spirit.
Yeah.
You'll see spiritual. Listen, these words that I'm speaking to, they are spiritual, they are life. You know what makes selling oil spiritual? Because as you're going through the battle, what am I telling you? The words. It's an arena that I use to keep you in the book, to keep showing you things in you. Now, these scriptures here, this scripture helps you when you're facing this. You know what I'm saying?
And it makes the Bible real. It makes the Bible now a tool that is applicable daily in life. It shows you that the scriptures, when you're on one side of the scripture or the other,
yes,
it's showing you Here's the balance.
Yep. Hit this because I'm giving you the Bible the whole time. I'm gonna show you the scriptures. This is the part that makes it spiritual. Remember, these words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So every time, in every arena, when I open that book up, that's what made it spiritual. Not the place we at. Every time I open the book up in this situation, this what made it spiritual. We could be in a laundromat. And what's spiritual about being in a laundromat? When we open the Bible up at this laundromat. That's what made it spiritual. We opened the book up, man. We started talking about the Most High. And depending on what he was doing at that laundromat, and I opened that book up, this what made it spiritual. That's all this is. Something your spirit needs, and I need to get these words to you because in your battle, you're lacking here with these scriptures. This is what makes it spiritual. That's it. I am not, brother, you can go to the mall all day long and there's nothing spiritual at that mall. There's no difference with going to a water park. There's nothing spiritual about the water park. Now, if we decide to open up camp at the water park, okay, we just made it spiritual.
Yep.
We turned that water park from a water park to church for everybody that's out there. Because they're going to listen, they're going to hear about the Most High in Christ, right? That's like us saying, what's spiritual about that corner over there? Nothing. Not till we get there. We drop them signs and we open up. Now it's spiritual. So anywhere I go, and so we open this book up, and now we're working on your spirit, that's what made it spiritual. Y'all understand? Read that again.
Oh, from the top?
Yep. Psalms. No, the verse 12.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Blessed art thou, O Lord.
Jeremiah 4 and 14. Read that.
Blessed art thou, O Lord.
Go ahead.
Teach me thy statutes.
Teach me what?
Thy statutes.
That's what makes it spiritual. Because I'm going to teach you what pleases the Most High. In every place we at. Whatever we doing. When I start teaching you what pleases the Most High, that made it spiritual. Read on.
Verse 13. With my lips have I declared all the judgments of my youth.
Read it again.
With my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth.
He said, I'm supposed to be doing now. Now, I'm using these. Sacrament. Go ahead.
Marked by ritual use of water.
Go ahead.
And admitting the recipient to the Christian.
You went to the Catholic Church and they baptized your child. You know what they did? That was admitting that child into what? To being a Catholic. Mm-hmm. If I went to church and got baptized, all that was saying, okay, now you're now a member of our church.
Right.
So even to answer the question, if I'm a person that got rebaptized, the only thing that means is I'm now being I'm brought back or be reintroduced back into this congregation. It ain't got nothing to do with the Most High Christ. This is not about getting to the point of living right. This was just about saying, okay, now you're that's why we baptized. Baptism was. You didn't even leave the congregation. You didn't say be in church for a while. What's the first they make you do? You need to be rebaptized. Why? I was baptized before. Why do I have to go again? Well, because you've been living in sin for so long. They might as well be saying, you ain't came to churches. You know that you're a member. You are committed. Same.
It ain't the same.
It ain't the same, man. It ain't the same baptism. She got to be baptized. She got to be baptized to the one true church. You're right. Okay. She's got to become a member of the one true church. Right. That's what you're telling me. This has got nothing to do with righteousness. But I came to them doors and I came in. I listened. That was the role of being baptized. Coming into a school, a part of my baptism is the fact that I did what? I allowed those brothers to clean me up. So you got a lot of Israelites that ain't trying to be baptized. I ain't trying to be cleaned up. I wanted to come sit down and I kind of want to hear and get that good feeling. But as soon as you start trying to dip me and take me and start molding and taking things off me, hold up. Nah, wait a minute. That's adverse to my spirit. You're right, it is. Because your spirit was shaping in iniquity. So obviously when we start trying to clean, as soon as you take a towel and scrub it, your skin has been exposed. Read these two scriptures, we can get out of here, man. Read that.
St. John chapter 17, verse 17.
Oh, my time is gone. Go ahead.
It reads, sanctify them through thy truth.
Go ahead.
Thy word is true.
Read on. That's it, right?
That's it.
That's how Most High showing us. This is that cleaning process. I got to start showing you the truth about yourself so you can be cleaned up with this word. Give me Ephesians 5:26 now.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 26.
Another brother gets St. John chapter 15 and verse 3.
By the word.
He said, this word is that water. I'm hitting you with this water. Are set up are designed to see. It'll be no different than I'm a man. That's what you came here for. I wanted a husband. Okay. Be exposed. No different if it was him or if he was just sitting in class. I'm here. Somebody's going to be pegging on your spirit all day long and attacking those things in you. But when you come through the doors, understand that's what the word is. It is the water source that is cleaning up your mind. It's attacking your thoughts. It's everything against what you were raised, how, all of that is attacked, cleaning up process. So with that, man, it's already 10 o'clock. I don't think I went over the time limit a little bit. We're going to thank everybody for coming out. But if the Most High bless it,
It was a good understanding that came out.
This week has to be built. That's what the Most High requires. So we thank everybody to come out, man. We're going to ask everybody to come out and join us again. On Wednesday? Nobody thought I'm going to be up. Or, if not, y'all will see me on Wednesday.